Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Pitmaster JW at the competition barbecue team, JW Barbecue in the Wing, and thank you for coming back, checking out this video here. This video, I am going to teach you how to smoke a chickpea andouille sausage soup using my Komodo grill right here to my left hand side. So in just a moment here, I'm going to show you all the ingredients I'm going to use. You guys just stand by, getting ready to take place and make that happen. Let me get started here. It's a little windy outside. To my left hand side, like I say, it's my Komodo grill that I'm using right now. The current temperature on that is exactly 300. I might open that up just a little bit more because I want to give this about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours or so of cooking on the grill. I'm going to go ahead on. It's windy. I'm going to try to tie this plastic down. You guys give me just a second here to keep it from blowing over here on my Komodo, sticking to my Komodo. Okay, now, like I say, I am smoking a chickpea andouille sausage soup here. I'm going to show you all the ingredients that I'm using. To start with, I have 3 cloves of garlic. Okay, I have 1 quart of olive oil right here. I have 1 can of tomato sauce right here. It's a 28-ounce can of tomato sauce. I also have some scallions that I'm going to cut up and put in my soup. And I have 2 links of andouille sausage, and I also have 1 jalapeno pepper. This is optional. I'm just adding a little bit more heat to mine. You don't have to add that to yours if you don't like a lot of heat. I have over here, I have 4 cans of chickpeas that I'm going to be using, and I have 1 can of northern beans that I'm going to put in this one to thicken it up. You know, they'll cook away and just break all apart by the time the soup is done. I also have 1 diced can of roasted tomato sauce, diced tomatoes. I have salt and pepper to your taste. You can add whatever salt and pepper you like to. Just remember, you can put it in, but you can't take it out. So you might want to taste it as you go on. And also, I am going to add some chopped up kale to my soup. So let me get started by chopping up my garlic. Let me take the top off my pan here. I got my pit barrel smoker right behind me there. So I'm going to go ahead on, chop up my garlic real quick. I'm going to throw that inside my 5-quart cast iron pan to my right hand side here, as you can probably see. I'm using 3 cloves of garlic. You can use 2, 1, or none at all. I like mine to have a nice little garlic flavor. I don't know why that became a tongue twist all of a sudden. Garlic. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here and slice the last one up and then chop it up real fine. And I'm just going to put that inside the pot. Okay, now I'm going to dump that inside my cast iron pot right here. Now I'm going to slice up my scallions, better known as green onions, for those who don't know what a scallion is. I'm going to chop that up into about 1/8 of an inch or so. You can chop it large if you want to. It's up to you. You do you. I'm doing me. Okay. That's the way we roll, right? Once again, I'm Pitmaster JW, the competition barbecue team, JW Barbecue and Wing. And I am working on putting together a smoked chickpea andouille sausage soup using my Komodo grill, which you will see very shortly once I slice this onion up. I'm going to go ahead on, get all that in my pot. Now you can just use the white part of the scallion, you can use all the green. I have 1 more right here I'm going to chop up real quick. It's the green part. I kind of cut it up just a little bigger than the white, because it's going to wiggle down and get real tender. Okay, so I'm going to dump all that in my pot here. And then I'm going to come over here, I'm going to grab my jalapeno pepper. Like I say, this is optional. You don't have to use the jalapeno pepper, but I want some more heat in my soup. Even though the andouille sausage has a lot of heat itself. But I am going to take out the white membrane. Okay, because I have other people in my family who don't like a lot of heat. Okay, I'm going to cut this up real fine too. Chop it up and just throw it in the pot. And just be careful when you're chopping not to cut your fingers up. Always curl them fingers up to keep that blade from chopping off one of your finger or your fingernail. I'm dumping my jalapeno pepper inside my pot. Okay, I'm not going to use both halves here. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to dump my peas inside my pot. 1 can, 2 cans, 3 cans, 4 cans. There we go. And just set that out of the way there. Now I got my pepper. That's 2 tablespoons of pepper and 2 tablespoons of salt. You might want to come back later on and test that to see, do you need to add more? I'm not going to put a lot of it because, like I say, you can put it in but you can't take it out. Now I'm going to put my diced tomatoes in my pot here. My tomato sauce, we're going to use the Hunt's. It has a much better taste than some of them generic store brand ones. Okay, now I'm going to use my Northern beans, which is going to fall apart and thicken it up. It would be just like if you was using some cornstarch, just thicken it up. My olive oil. Okay, and I'm going to come over here and get some of my kale. And let me tell you, if you haven't had this soup before, when it is finished, you are going to want to do it again. Yes, you are. Now, it's time to get over to one of the stars of the show outside of the chickpeas, the andouille sauce. You can do this in any fashion that you want to. I generally just slice my links in half. Okay, and then just go back and cut like 1/4 inch pieces. You can cut 1/2 inch pieces, whichever one that you choose to do so. And just drop those inside your soup. Okay, now I'm going to put my soup on. Like I said, my grill is still locked in at 300 degrees. I'm going to crank that up to about maybe 325, somewhere in that area. Okay, and then I'm going to leave the top off for the first 45 minutes or an hour for some smoke to penetrate into my soup. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put the top on to finish it out. With the top on it, checking it every 30 minutes or so to stir it up and making sure that it hasn't dried out. That's why I have a cup of water on the side so I can add some water to it if I need to thin it out just a little bit. Alright, get my andouille sausage all cut up here. Yeah, it's a pot full, but once you stir it up and mix it and it starts cooking down, it won't be quite that high. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to need the other link or not. So let me go ahead and stir this up real quick. And I'll bring it over so you guys can see it in just a second here. And now I'm going to add just a little water to loosen it up. Put about 1/2 cup of water in there. And I'm going to dump just maybe 1/2 cup more of the frozen chopped kale. But you can find it in your frozen section in any store. I got this from, won't say where it came from, you probably already seen the bag. Okay, I'm going to dump just maybe 1/2 cup more of that in there. Move that out of the way. Okay, and the other half of the water. So now let me go ahead on and get a 1/2 link of this other andouille sausage and put that in there. Like plenty of sausage in my soup. Chickpea, if you never had it, you need to try it. Ooh, it is so good. It takes a while to get them soft, but once they do, they're good. Yes, it is. You need to check it out. And they're not expensive neither, so it's really a good meal without spending a lot of money. Okay, I'm going to set this out of the way here. Find somewhere to set that. Come back over here. Stir this up. I'm going to check over here a minute to my Komodo and put some pellet chips in it here to get me some smoke going. Alright, so now I'm going to stir this up. Like I said, it's breezy outside. I'm going to go ahead and stir this up, and then I'm going to put it on the Komodo grill, and I'm going to let this go for about 45 minutes, and I'm going to come back after it and got enough smoke in the soup, hopefully. And I'm going to go ahead and put the top on, and I'm going to let it cook on out, say the next 2 hours or so. And I'll show you the finished result from time to time, after. And I'll show you when I come back to check on it, that's what I meant. From time to time. And the finished result when it's finally done. Once again, I'm Pitmaster JW, Competition Barbecue Team. And you are watching me as I put together a smoked andouille sausage chickpea soup. Okay? A chickpea andouille sausage. Same ingredients, right? Okay, now you can come over here and I'm going to dump a few hickory oak pellets inside my Komodo. And I'm going to put a rack up here real quick. And come over here, set it up here. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see my Komodo grill up. I forgot to show you inside how it look. Okay, so there it is. Okay, and now we're getting ready to put it on the grill. I'm going to shut the top down on that and let it run for about 45 minutes. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back, guys. It has been exactly, just stepped over here, 1 hour since my chickpea andouille soup has been on. My smoked chickpea andouille soup, that is. I want to take a look inside for the first time. I said I was going to leave the top off for the first hour to get some of this smoke, and it looked like it's been smoking pretty good here, because as you can see, it's all in my eyes coming out of the vent. So when I look in here, oh yeah, I can see it bubbling inside. Poof, let some of the smoke get out of my face there. Reach over here and get my spoon. And it flared up inside. I want to hurry and get this top down. So I'm going to go ahead on. As you can see, the steam coming from the soup. So like I say, I'm going to go ahead on and put the top on it and let it chill now, because I got about the amount of smoke that I want in. It's been smoking inside here uncovered for the last hour. And once again, I'm Pitmaster JW, the Competition Barbecue Team, JW Barbecue in the Wing. And I am doing a smoked chickpea andouille sausage soup with kale inside of it. I'm going to stir it up here. I don't need to add any water to it. It's still got a lot of liquid inside. I'm going to put the top back on. And I'll be back out here like every 30 minutes for the next hour and a half. And give these chickpeas time to soften up, because it takes a little while for the chickpeas to soften up. And if you forgot that I also added a can of northern beans, which is going to fall apart and serve as a thickener to thicken it up just a little bit instead of using cornstarch. So I'm going to close this up, guys, because my fire done flared up here inside my Komodo. You know how it is when they get hot. It's hard to get them back down. Okay, so let me put the top back on that and get my... Put the top back on my Komodo and put the top on my cast iron pot. Close this bad boy up, and I'll be back to check on this in about 30 minutes or so, and just let that go ahead on and do its thing. Alright, you guys hang in there. We working on it. It's looking good. Looking good. Guys, I am back, and it's time to take another look inside. My soup has been on there 1 hour and 44 minutes. So I'm going to walk around the side of my Komodo grill here and open it up so you guys can look inside. It's been 45 minutes since I last checked, but it's been on 1 hour and 45 minutes now. And I need to get me out a glove here, because I know this top is on fire. So I'm just going to move my top And look at the soup, how it's just boiling. Oh Lord, it is looking good. It is looking good. Woo, look at there. Look at there. You guys see that? That is steaming. I know these chickpeas are really tendering up right now. So I'm going to give this about another 30, maybe 45 minutes. Look inside, my fire is really peaking out. The temperature has peaked up to now 375. I'm going to bag that off just a little bit. Let this go ahead on and cook for say another 30, 45 minutes and come out and test it out to see how it's doing. It's getting dark outside. I had to go inside and put my little headlight on. And I got a flame going up in this Komodo, so let me get this top back down, because when these bad boys get hot, they are hot for hours before you can get them back down if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead on, put this top down. I'll be back in about 30, 45 minutes and give it a test to see how my chickpeas are doing in there. Like I said, once again, I'm Pitmaster JW, the competition barbecue team, JW Barbecue in the Wing. Let me put the top back on, because I got all the smoke that I want out of this. And I'm using this campfire 5-quart cast iron pan here. Closing the back up. And I'll be back to check on this in a moment here. You guys just hang tight and check on the finished product. It's been 2.5 hours now since I had my soup on. I'm going to go ahead on and get ready to pull this off. This should be ready to come off, and then I'm going to take this top and lift it up here real quick. Woo, that heat coming out of there is something else. I'm going to get my glove and put my glove on. So as you can see, it's been 2 hours and 31 minutes since it's been on. I'm going to take the top off here. And it is bubbling in there big time. So, I'm not going to be able to sample this right now. That is just entirely too hot for my tongue and taste buds to mess around with, though. But go ahead on and let you see how it look. Okay, it's not all dried up and thick. It still got a lot of liquid in it. I might add just a 1/4 cup of water to that. And reach over here and get some water. And put just about a 1/4 cup of water. Don't want to thin it out real thin. And that water won't take no time to blend right into this hot smoked chickpea andouille sausage soup. Done on my Komodo grill. 2.5 hours later. And I'm getting ready to take this inside. And it is just entirely too hot, ladies and gentlemen, for me to want to take a sample of this. I want to be honest with you. So, but you guys, like I said, if you decide to do this, just go back and follow the instructions that I had at the beginning of this video. If I get around to it, I'll try to put the directions below in the link below. So until then, you guys have a good one. Let me do one other thing before I'm finished here. I gotta walk around, keep from getting burnt. I'm touching this grill and everyone put the top down. Okay, let's see, can I bring you guys in a little closer here? Get you a better look. Okay. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, I'm squeezing around the back of the Komodo because I got the top up and the top is scorching hot. And there you go. As you can see, one smoked chickpea andouille sausage with kale soup. Okay, and the chickpeas are just as tender as they want to be. And I want to end this one right here. So if you guys like what you just saw, please hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. So the next time I decide to upload a video, you'll know that JW just uploaded a video. And I'm quite sure it'll be worth checking out. Until then, you guys have a nice one, and I'm out of here. Peace!